Time to play the game. Sorry, that was embarrassing. Somebody said I'm slowly turning into Triple H, so why not? I might ride up and shave my head and away we go. What's happening, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between? Andy and Beck again on this gloomy day. Bit of a confession to make today. Title of the video is not quite clickbait, but I've joined the dark side. And I've gone with 5 at the back. Can't beat them, join them. And what I will say is my win ratio has gone up. It's something that I've been tinkering with all week. What day are we on today? We're on Wednesday, so we played a few games Sunday night, Monday night, and last night. In them games, I think played 20 games. I think lost 3. Not bad. Not bad at all. So this will win you games. It's not big, it's not clever, but needs must. And if you, I've seen it and I've avoided it. It was sort of like the USAS on Battlefield. I refused to use it. I was good enough without it. But when you used it, it was like, oh my god. So what we're going to do, it's a 5 at the back formation today. I'm sorry to say. It's awesome. If you play it, I'll show you how to play it. I've been playing this game all year, and the only messages I've ever had are sometimes in objectives where somebody will say, can I score this goal or whatnot. I've never had anything toxic or anything like that. This last 3 days, my inbox has just been pounded. But it's got me wins, so just be prepared. And this tactic becomes even... If you play co-op and you're looking for a tactic, and this is the reason why I went to this. This is the main one, because I play a lot of co-op with my friend. One thing that drives me insane with him is... Because my forte in FIFA is free kicks, corners, but defending. I'm above average at defending. What vexes me something chronic is when I'm defending how I would defend on my own, because I help him with the rivals co-op, is when you'll get somebody doing the through ball, he'll switch to a defender and run forward straight away, and then there's just a gap, and it drives me insane, and I'm like, the amount of goals it's cost us. So I thought, I'm going to need to do something. I need 5 at the back. So when he does that, I've got an extra man to push in and drop into that gap so I can cover, and it has worked. But we've started working in tandem, and I'll show you. Anyway, let's get into the tactic, boys and girls. I've already waffled long enough. God, I feel dirty for showing you. So let's have a look. So tactics. Here we go. 5, 2, 1, 2. Yeah. So. Defensive style, balanced. There's no reason to do anything other than balanced. And I've tried all the others, and they're alright, but what balance does is you have your 5 at the back, and I'll show you how I defend in a bit. There's 2 weaknesses that I found. One of them is anybody can do, and the other one, and it's a forced tactic that they have to do, and the other one is just basically finesse shots. Finesse shots can beat this formation outside the box. All you do is get people start whipping finesse shots in from outside the box, and I played one guy he must be pro or close to it. I've never played a guy like that. I got my arse handed to me. His skill rating was way above mine. He was just unreal, and I couldn't do anything against it. So if you've got somebody who's that good and adept with skill moves and can break you down, and then you'll get people finesse shotting you. But with the balance tactic, you get your back line, and then you just plug gaps, so it just becomes a wall of players, and there is no way through for anyone. And if there is, you can use press on down and left on your D-pad, or you can swoop in with another player and use one of your other players as like a sweeper and to come behind and just shut that gap straight down. So it just leaves everybody in formation, and that's what you want, and that's what makes this formation so good. So width, quite narrow, because it is quite a wide formation with the 5 at the back. You don't want them gaps in your defence, and it's sort of, if you're thinking of the 4-1-2-1-2, you want that cover through the middle as well. You're not really bothered about out wide, so because they can't do anything, they can't get the middle players through, so it doesn't matter what they're doing out wide. That's irrelevant. So the width, bring it in a little bit. Depth, gone just above average here, so we're on 6. You can put it up, you can put it down, but I found 6 is perfect for it. It just sits everybody right again. You don't need to worry about counters, and it gives you enough to build up play. Because it's still one of them, I don't like to just long ball it up the pitch and go. I'm not a full, I could never ever be one depth drop back scummer. That's not me. I still like to play the game. So generally, like I say, this was for is just to cover mainly co-op when I'm playing with friends, but I've started using it on my own as well. I can't lie. But yeah, depth just gives you that perfect balance. Offensive style long ball. Now again, what I've just previously said, you're not just oofing it up the pitch, but I found if you have anything other than long ball, it does condense a little bit too much. And because I like to play the ball about and get it up the field again, and I like threats everywhere, especially with your front 3 players, that 1 and the 2. I like them to be in a good, strong position to be able to, any of them are the attacking threat, and it's usually my cam that scores all the goals, not the strikers. So long ball just seems to stretch them that little bit more. When you are attacking, we obviously go up in width a little bit to 6. And all this does is just, again, spreads them out, and rather than you being too compact in the middle when you're attacking, it just spreads them out a little bit, so you can get out to your fullbacks if you want. Your strikers sort of spread the defence a little bit, and it allows your cam to either play the ball through. The cam is key in this formation. To either play and somebody who can shoot as well. So I've been using Royce, a mix of Royce and Ozil. One thing I will say is stamina is not an issue in this formation, because everybody's so static and it's so sort of passive, this formation, that you don't ever have to worry about stamina. You still make your substitutions, but where your players are on like sort of low 60s come the end, that 70, 60, 70th minute, on this, they're still in the 70s. So I've actually found substitutions that I rely on are no longer key anymore. I can be a bit more creative in my substitutions. Players in the box. So I've just had a sausage and egg sandwich. It was slightly delicious. Players in the box for, again, because even though you're 5 at the back, it does sort of play like a 3 in a back at times. So the reason I've put it on 4 is just to stop that counter again, and just to get people sort of sitting on the edge of the box, because you still get countered. With the players I've got, I'm sort of in a luxury, and I'll show you how to stop counters with this formation as well, with a few pointers of a mouse. And then corners and free kicks are subjective. Free kicks, I'll either go direct or indirect. I'm pretty confident with free kicks now, so I don't need the players in the box, so that's up to you. Corners, again, I'm pretty confident with. I think I've scored more corners than I have free kicks with headers. I find them pretty easy, so 1, and again it stops, but again you can change it if you wish, but I just think it stops with the counters, and if you know what you're doing, you don't need people in. So player instructions, so this is my team, how it plays at the minute. This guy, all I'm going to say is don't look at Footbin. Make your own ideas up on players, because all I did was just to toy. I was sort of struggling to get a player who could cover at defence. I didn't want to use Kimmich at defence because he's just too good. I don't really want to use Mekaleli at defence, so I use this guy. Now on Footbin it says he's about a 70 rated defender or something. He's been absolutely pivotal in my team. Unreal at the back, and then the rest of the team. How this works is fantastic. So anyway, player instructions. So keeper, balance, no need to do anything there. What I have been toying with sometimes is having sweeper keeper. Now the reason I have it is because this back line will sit on the edge of the box, and sometimes you'll get a player trying to squeeze through. So I've had the keeper sometimes come for the ball. However, because the only real weakness against this is finesse shots, you've got to be careful keeping him on the line. Taking him off the line. You should never need to rush your keeper. Very, very rarely. Defenders, stay back. Normal on your three centre backs. Left back, join the attack, conservative interceptions, overlap. So, join the attack, self-explanatory. It's a very, even though it's a 5 at the back, this is, don't get it mixed up. This is super attacking, but it's just highly defensive as well. So join the attack, conservative interceptions, overlap. So the overlap is obviously to spread it wide, give you an option out wide, and then the conservative interceptions. What that is when you are getting countered, they're not going to run in and leave your back three not covered. They'll get back, and they'll only intercept should they know there's an absolute key moment in which they can do so. So the conservative interception's absolutely golden, and you notice it in game. If you change that to either balanced, sorry, not that one, normal or aggressive, you will notice a massive difference in how your fullbacks operate. Same again, join the attack, conservative interceptions, overlap. Both sides. You see, they're not CDMs either. So again, people, this is full on sweat tactic. You're just a turtle. Yeah, I am. But this is actually an attacking formation. So sorry, I thought I was going to sneeze then. So Kimmich got here. So stay back while attacking. Stay on the edge of box cross. Normal interceptions. Stick to position. Cover centre. Now with the work rates, this doesn't mean that, again, you're going to be sat back. It doesn't happen like that. You still get these running forward, but again, it just doesn't leave you massively in trouble in the middle of the field. So staying on the edge of the box across just sort of swarms their players a little bit more, pushes them up, puts pressure on that back line. You'll notice this in a lot of my tactics on the stay on the edge of the box crosses, because the difference it makes just from them trying to get out, and all they can do then is, because you've got that pressure, is try and hoof it up the pitch. If they try and kick it out, I've scored more goals since using not this tactic specifically, but if you've noticed some of my other formations, when I've got to stay on the edge of the box, because the keeper will either panic, or even when they kick it short, there's just always somebody there to intercept that ball and go. So stay on the edge of the box cross. Normal interceptions, you don't want them dragged out of position. Stick to position, cover centre. Simple. And on the other side, stay back while attacking. Stay on the edge of box cross. Normal interceptions, stick to position, and cover centre. Okay. Royce, come back on defence. Get in the box cross. Stick to position. Normal interceptions. Come back on defence. Again, it's cheap. It's nasty. But don't think he's going to be sat on your defenders. He will help your defenders out, and he'll help your midfield out, but it's generally to help that midfield. And again, if they do go for that sort of long ball out, you can or come and pick it up. Stick to positions, normal interceptions, and get in the box across. And again, that getting in the box across just turns your front two into a front three, and a lot of my goals are coming from Royce. I had to actually ask overnight who my striker was. I know I've got Dalglish, but I couldn't remember who my other striker was, because it's been the Marco Royce show, who I absolutely love, and I can't seem to take out my team. So yeah, come back on defence to help you out in the midfield. Get in the box across, stick to position, normal interceptions. Okay. Lozano, I wasn't expecting anything from this guy. I did him because he was cheap. I did him because I wanted Mertens. I've sold on Mertens to get... just might as well keep Royce. Mertens was unreal. I just thought it was a bit too short. A bit too weak. So stay central. Mixed attack. Normal interceptions, stay forward. You can, if you want... Oh, sorry. Stick this on get on behind. But the reason I changed it to mixed attack is I found myself offside more than anything. Now, if you do have it get on behind and it's working, then it's better. However, because, like I say, even though you are sort of turtling up at the back and making that absolute wall, you're still wanting to, you're going forward all the time. So the defensive side of this tactic is not an absolute tramp tactic, if you like. It's not just sitting back and long balling it. It's just stopping your opponent getting anywhere to get you attacking again. So I found with the mixed attack, I can just send him on runs when I want. Tap LB, L1 if you PlayStation. But you want him staying central, normal interceptions, and staying forward anyway. You don't want him coming back on defence. And then King Kenny, stay central, getting behind, normal interceptions, stay forward. So just have one. Kenny, because he's my hitman, really have him dying up the pitch. And the reason I've not done what I did with Lozano as well is because he's got that 99 pace, base card pace. So in my head, he's automatically faster, so he can cover the ground faster. Dalglish is not fantastic at passing now. You'll see I've got a catalyst on him. A lot of people play engine. I just want the pace. I've done it for the. His dribbling's good enough. His pace gets maxed out, and then it maxes out some key passing stats. So that's why I've personally gone for the catalyst. And that's why in this formation I do have him on stay forward. His crossing's mental for some reason, but everything else in his passing seems to fall short. So that's why I have him on this one stay forward, because I don't need to rely on him as much to make them passes. Okay, so that's the tactic, that's the formation. So that's the formation, and that's the player tactics. Now, how to defend and be an absolute tramp. This is where it's funny. So if you're on your own, and I see a lot of people weakness until you start getting to top tier, people defend forwards instead of backwards. So if they're attacking down here, so this is the back, like their attackers are here or whatever, they'll pass the ball, it gets through to these two guys, and it's these two guys. I'll see people chase with ease, and then as soon as that ball's lost and they start breaking through, they'll drop to a defender. And this is why I changed it, because you don't understand the rage and venom inside of me when I see my mate just drop on a defender and he'll run straight towards him. Then automatically you've got this massive gap here. So you start trying to bring your other centre back across to cover the gap, and then all of a sudden there's a gap both sides, and you're done for, and you ain't ever getting him back because there's a trampy Mbappe on there. So never defend forward. What I do is, if I lose the ball in their box, whoever I'm on, my striker, I'll run him down to here. So he's sort of like a midfielder. As soon as that striker has passed where Royce is, if Royce is still behind him, I'll then grab Royce. Irrelevant of what the other players do, I'll run him straight back to here and overlap between the defenders and fill a gap. Then I'll switch to a CDM, and then I'll run back again if it's not too late. Now, if I can intercept the player at this stage, I will. If not, I'll drop straight back down, and then I'll go into that back line. Then what I'll do is change to a defender or change to my other CDM. Once at this stage, you've got, say, Kenny's come down to your midfield, so he's ready for the attack. You've got Kimmich has dropped down into your midfield, so you've got an extra defender, and you've got Royce sat in front of your back line. So, and then, like I say, you can play, bring Makelele in, drop him down, and then use him as a sweeper to clean up the rubbish. So you're leaving your back line, unless you've got an absolute out-and-out tackle to make, because what you'll find is their players will start getting frustrated, because this wall just never changes, and all you're doing is dropping more and more players into it. So they'll start getting frustrated, and then you can play a switch, and you'll start finding them in these, like saying, this pocket here, or this pocket here, or this pocket here, or this pocket here. There's nowhere for them to go, and even if they try going out wide, you'll find you sort of create like a horseshoe around them, and there's nowhere for them to go. So that's where you use one of your players, and then these guys, how they set up on the tactics, you can sort of ping it. So you've got it here. Royce will be sat here, so you can sort of ping it back across to your back line if you want to. Get it up to Royce. Kimmich will start coming back into position again. You'll have Kenny, who's dropped into sort of the cam position because you defended with him first of all, and then Lozano is ready to go. So you're up again, and then by the time you've built that attack up, everybody else is just, because you've got that balanced formation on, everybody's sort of back in possession. I don't know if you can hear that rain, but that's more horrendous than what I'm telling you to do. But that's it, guys. Always defend backwards, never forwards, unless you are 100% confident in getting your abilities. So like I say, as soon as you get encountered, bring one of your strikers back, overlap your cam. Once you've got him, switch to your cam, overlap your cam, like follow the run. You might be able to get the ball, like if the ball's here, you might be able to bring it back in with your striker and then pass it off again. So don't automatically think, well, I'm not going to get the ball. But if he's breaking or if he's going down a wing down here, don't worry about it, because these guys are going to come into position. So all you need to do, if they are going down the wings, and say you was on Kenny, get to Royce, bomb it straight back down to that back line as soon as you can. Then switch over to Kimmich and then start moving him towards the player, and you just shut them out. And honestly, guys, there's a lot of clickbait videos out there, and there's a lot of, tactics can be pretty subjective. Like I like to do them based on, a specific team or era. I've changed to this, and again, if you want co-op, it works even better, because what you can do, sorry, before I forgot to mention it, if you do play co-op, you drop that player here, you do exactly the same. So you'll have one man running back, like my player does, he's like a little bulldog. He'll just chase them down. So I'll bring these players in down here and create that back wall. Then all I'll do is I'll just swap to Makelele, and then I'll slowly start moving into space, blocking his player lines, and then I'll come in slowly. So say if he's over here, these two players will be pressuring him over here. You've got your left back in. I'll start bringing Makelele in and start creating them more and start like collapsing in on it again. And there's nowhere for him to go. It's either going out for a throw in, they're going to hoof it into space and bring everybody out of position, or you're just going to take the ball off them and counter. So that's it, guys. I mean, I'm sorry. I think this is probably going to be my longest video in a long time. I'm sorry for waffling. So welcome to the dark side. I hope none of you use it, because I don't want to lose games. But you will, I promise you, if you use this, you will, even if you're not at that stage where you're winning more, you'll be losing less, so you'll be drawing into wins. So that's it, guys. As always, I hope you appreciate my time. I hope you like the content. So again, if you can just share this between anybody that you know, if you're on any forums, social media, get it shared, get it out there. If you can like the video, a thumbs up doesn't again, if I'm getting 30-40 views on a video, I'm getting 1 or 2 likes, just hit the thumbs up for me. If you can hit, comment down below what you want to see in the next videos, any content you want to see. And then most importantly to me, if you can just subscribe. I've been asking for about 2 weeks now, and I've not had a single new subscriber, which is sad to say. I'm getting all the repeat business, if you like, people are coming back and watching the videos. But that's it, guys. That's enough rambling from me today. So if you can like, comment, subscribe, stay safe, enjoy your gaming, and until next time, peace and love, guys.